YouTubers. Working on a 5.9 Cummins at a FedEx truck. And we got the injectors installed. The reason why we're putting injectors in, this thing smokes like a freaking chimney. And that thing is stuck out the side to keep the smoke from bellowing through the back of the truck. If you look at the back of this truck is like really dirty. See how black it is? Whole side of this thing black too. And this whole top of this motor was full of all this stuff. The valve cover and everything. We took the valve cover down, had it washed at the car wash. But on this side I had to dig it all out by hand, and then some of it ended up down inside the intake. I need to vacuum it out. So I had to replace all the connector tubes that connect all the injectors. The people that sell the injectors recommend, because those are actually filters, because I've had my fair share of these injectors going bad by not replacing those. Like instantly you start it up and it starts to knock. You can hear this fuel knock. It sounds like a rod knock, but it's actually the fuel injector is injecting too much fuel at the wrong time, and when the piston comes up it just pops really loud. So to remedy that, you got to replace those connector tubes. So every time I replace injectors, I always replace those. So yeah, this truck was a mess. See how like the oil, everything that's oily has dirt on it now, so I need to wash it all out. Because look at this, it's all deteriorated, all the foam, the insulation on the inside of this firewall, it's all caved in on this motor. So we have to clean it all out, vacuum it out. I bought this blower thing they were advertising on Facebook. It works pretty good. It's got this like fan. It has 4 settings. You turn it on all the way up. That thing goes whoosh. It sounds like a turbo. And it blows really hard. It's kind of like having your own little air tank with a blower, or a compressor with a blower. But being on a mobile job, you don't have an air compressor all the time, so that thing tends to work pretty good. So now I need to adjust the valves, waiting on a valve cover gasket. I got 2 gaskets for the grid heater. Yeah, these grid heaters are nasty. I had to cut it off because it wouldn't come off. And then these grid heaters, they just fill up with soot, and a lot of times they start idling really bad and losing power because this thing gets full of soot and becomes restrictive. So some of these I just break the grid heater out, because you don't need it here in Arizona. It's too hot here, so it never gets below 32 degrees. So sometimes but these start up in the morning inside of the building, so it's even warmer inside of the building. So when they're outside, they just kind of have a hard time starting. But when things start frosting over in the morning, but there's remedies for that. You just wait for it to warm up a little bit, or give it a hint of starting fluid, and it'll start right up. So now I'm just waiting for parts, so stay tuned, YouTubers.